And a pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Newman Flanagan Center in Sioux City, Iowa. It's Briar Cliff University basketball on the Chargers Sports Network at bcuchargers.com. Thank you for joining us. I'm Justin Barker. We've got a great game on tap for you after an exciting Game 1. Morningside College was a 101-86 winner. The 19th-ranked Mustangs over number 24 Olivet Nazarene. Now it's time for the 17th-ranked Cougars of St. Xavier to take on the Briar Cliff University Chargers and head coach Mike Power. Briar Cliff was a winner over Dakota State earlier this week, so they'll bring a 1-0 record into the game. St. Xavier's Cougars are absolutely no stranger to us here in Sioux City, Iowa, because they are perennial contenders in the NAIA Women's Division II National Tournament. Always a fun team to watch. And that'll be no different for Corey Irvin and company as they make the early trip here to Siouxland, and hopefully for them, one of two trips here to Sioux City for the season. And that one in March would be the definitely the one that they want to get back to, and it will not shock anybody if they are, with high expectations again from St. Xavier out of the Chicagoland Collegiate Athletic Conference. Time to take a look at your starting lineups for tonight's game. First for Coach Irvin and the St. Xavier Cougars, Maddie Welter wears number 3. She's a 5'9 senior out of Arlington Heights, Illinois. Maya Fawcett wears number 11, a 5'6 sophomore from Queens, New York. Chanel Fanter wears number 12, a 5'10 senior from Crystal Lake, Illinois. Brianna Flater wears number 25, a 5'9 sophomore guard from Hales Corners, Wisconsin. And McKenna Zobel wears number 33, a 6-foot tall center out of Lake Zurich, Illinois. The Cougars will wear, wow, that was way too much, wasn't it? Will wear their red unis tonight. All right, well, they'll wear red tonight. They look sharp. Cougars written across the front. For the Briar Cliff University Chargers, they'll go with their home whites. Briar Cliff written across the front in royal blue, trimmed out in gold lettering, trimmed out in that royal blue. For Coach Mike Power, his starting lineup looks like this. Alyssa Carley wears number 1, a 5'11 senior from Trainer, Iowa. Number 4 is Brianna Allen, a 5'6 senior from Crofton, Nebraska. Connor Sudman wears number 5, a 5'11 freshman from Trainer, Iowa. Madeline Deitzler wears number 14. Deitzler, a 5'11 sophomore from Trainer, Iowa. And Shannon Sokolowski wears number 22, a 5'10 freshman from Irene, South Dakota. Coach Power's assistants is assisted by Bailey Perdee in her second season here at BCU. For those of you Charger fans tuning in, Briar Cliff's men were an 81-76 winner over 22nd-ranked Bellevue tonight down in Bellevue, Nebraska. Jackson Lamb led the way with 20. Connor Groves, the freshman, had 19 points off the Charger bench, but great scoring by the Charger starters. 20 for Lamb, 12 for Andy Gielen, 12 for Jaden Klein-Hesseling, 10 for Ethan Friedel, and 8 for Austin Roteman. So the majority of the scoring came from Coach Mark Svigera's starting 5 as Briar Cliff shoots 56.7% on the night and getting that huge road victory over the Bellevue Bruins. The Charger men will be in action again tomorrow, as will the football team at Memorial Field, as well the men's and women's soccer teams over at Elwood Olson Stadium to take on crosstown rival Morningside. But right now, women's basketball has the spotlight. It's 17th ranked St. Xavier. And it's Briar Cliff as both teams enter their final huddle. If you're watching us online and checking us out on YouTube, let us know where you're watching and what players are your favorites so we can give you a shout out. And we'd just like to know. It's just a lot of fun to do, so let us know where you're listening and who your favorite player is, and we'll pass that on to everybody because that's part of the fun. It's completely interactive, and that's what we like to do. So, Cougars again red from top to bottom. Cougars written across the front in solid black with white trim. Their lettering is, or their numerals are the same, solid black with white trim. Briar Cliff will break their huddle. Carley, Allen, Sudman, Deitzler, and Sokolowski. It's Welter, Fawcett, Fanter, Flater, and Zobel, the starting lineup for Coach Irvin and the St. Xavier Cougars. Briar Cliff will go from right to left here in the first half of action at the Newman Flanagan Center. The opening tip tipped around. Alyssa Carley pulls it in, and the Chargers have the first crack at points. Sudman hands it off. Sokolowski takes it around the top of the key, and Allen has it. Brianna Allen walks into a few dribbles. Back over to Sudman. Sokolowski in the corner. She had a good debut for the Chargers on Monday night. Sudman bounces into the paint. Deitzler stopped on her way up with a jump ball. Possession arrow favors the St. Xavier Cougars, and they'll have the first opportunity at points. So St. Xavier will face a little bit of Briar Cliff pressure, but the Cougars break it nicely. Welter in the near corner, had her shot blocked out of the air, saved in for Briar Cliff. Brianna Allen leads the charge for BCU as Deitzler hustles back down the floor. She'll leave it off for Sudman at the top of the key, who hands to Sokolowski. Carly, top of the key, one of the better three-point threats for this Charger club. She lobs it to the free throw line. Deitzler hands it off. Sudman goes around the wheel, left side lay-in, no good. Rebounded by Deitzler as she pulls it in. Lobbed out to Sokolowski beyond the arc. Across the court at 15 on the shot clock. Three-pointer on the way, good, Alyssa Carly. That'll start our scoring for us. Watching St. Xavier from Chicago. Hello from the Windy City. Hello in Colorado. Also Barrington, Illinois. Got some fans in Missouri as well. Awesome stuff. Thank you for being a part of it. Hope you enjoy your evening. Three-pointer on the way. The equalizer good for Maddie Welter. Tied at 3, 90 seconds in. Sudman, her drive is stopped in the right corner. Out top, Carly wants another three. It's no good. It's off the mark. Rebounded inside by Fanter of St. Xavier. She'll work it up the floor at the top of the key. She'll look far side. Another three by Welter. Good. Back-to-back threes by Maddie Welter. 6-3 Cougars. Baseline jumper for Sudman. Bounces over the rim. No good. It ends up being poked out of bounds. I believe Briar Cliff will keep the possession as Jaden Businger checks into the BCU lineup. 5'7" sophomore. They're going to change the call. It'll go to St. Xavier. Fawcett held the basketball momentarily, but it's worked up quickly. Flater with it at the free throw line. She'll stop, hits a beautiful cutting pass to Fanter, and it's 8-3 St. Xavier. Cougars flexing some early muscle. Businger's pass goes off the shoe of Fawcett. So that'll stop things, and the Chargers will inbound to the left side of their basket. Inbounds play for BCU. They'll look for Deitzler up top. They'll lob it there. Deitzler looked to throw it back inside to Sudman, but overthrew it out of bounds. And the turnover will give it to the Cougars as Coach Power looks to his bench. Taylor Lamprecht into the game, 5'9" freshman from Ponca, Nebraska. 8-3 ball game. Cougars have the lead as Welter gets behind the defense and pops a quick jumper and scores. She's on fire with 8 early points. 10-3 St. Xavier. 7:30 to play here in the first quarter. Sudman will leave it off for Jaden Businger, who starts a drive and is fouled. Fawcett will pick up her first, team's first. $7:25 to go in the quarter. Carly comes off a screen. They'll call an offensive foul against BCU. Lamprecht will get it. Her first. Team's first. So a little pushing, but very veteran referee crew out there. Definitely know what they're doing as the press is broken nicely by the Cougars, and a beautiful bounce pass to the cutting McKenna Zobel for the basket. And the Chargers have to take a timeout. A quick flurry by the Cougars has led them to a 12-3 lead with 7:15 to play here in the first quarter. And as we welcome you to the Newman Flanagan Center in Sioux City, Iowa, on the campus of Briar Cliff University. I'm Justin Barker. Thank you for joining us tonight. I hope you're staying warm wherever you are as it cools down here in the northwest Iowa, southeast South Dakota, northeast Nebraska area. If you're watching and don't know where we are, look on the map for the exact tip of Iowa, Nebraska, South Dakota. It's where you'll find us, literally. Less than a mile from that point on the map, where you'll find Briar Cliff University. Nestled in the northwest corner of Sioux City, Iowa. Charger basketball following the timeout. Brianna Allen throws a chest-high pass near side for Carly over to Businger. Businger comes around the wheel, stops a foot inside the free throw line, now twirls around, throws up a left-handed lay-in, no good. Rebound pulled down by the Cougars, but tipped away from behind. Lamprecht gets the steal. Carly ends up with the basketball right wing side. She looks for an entry bounce pass. Poked out from behind by Zobel and a steal by the Cougars. Hot shooting Welter brings it up the floor. It's bounced down to the baseline. Out for three on the wing, no good. Rebounded at the free throw line by Alyssa Carly. 12-3 your score. Allen thought about a three, will not take it. Out top, Carly will take the three, no good. Lovitic with the rebound for Xavier. Open for three, Fanter, but it's blocked down. Ball loose on the deck, and a jump ball will be called. They always compliment the referees when that second body goes to the floor. The jump ball is called, and always appreciate that. Galena Asbill into the ball game, a 5'3" freshman from Reed Springs, Missouri. Chargers have it. Three-pointer on the way. Jaden Businger banks it in from the wing. Good. Jaden Businger for three. 12-6 with 5:50 to play first quarter, and a foul coming to Alyssa Carly. Her first, team's second. Brycelyn Comstock into the ball game for Briar Cliff, a 5'9" freshman from South Sioux City, Nebraska. Sarah Dreckman in the ball game as well, 5'6" senior from Marcus, Iowa. Marcus Meriden Cleghorn High School. It's Fanter on the drive. She'll be fouled on the way in. Saw a nice opening. Dreckman will pick up her first and the team's third. So not shooting yet are the Cougars, but getting close. Actually the fourth team foul by Briar Cliff. So the Chargers have to work on that a little bit. Three-pointer well off the mark. Offensive rebound for Flater, up and in. Good offensive board. Deitzler looks to duck inside. She's covered up nicely by Claire Austin. Three-pointer out top, no good from Comstock. Rebounded by the Cougars. Three-pointer on the way, left open off the front of the rim, no good from Flater. Rebounded by Briar Cliff. 14-6 Cougars, though. They've got the early lead. Lobbed inside to Madeline Deitzler, who gets the basket. So good job of advancing the basketball for BCU. Near side for Welter on the wing. She's got 8 early points. She's double teamed in the corner, but throws it back up top to Fanter. Back to Welter, open for three. No good. Can't get the roll, but an offensive rebound for the Cougars. Back out to Welter. She throws it top of the key to Fanter. Fanter catches back at the free throw line and dumps it beautifully inside to Claire Austin. Her shot is just off the mark. Rebounded by Businger. Businger comes to a stop, had it knocked away, and she'll get a new dribble out of it. She hands it off to Asbill. Asbill has the dribble, looking right side, and threw it off the knee of the intended receiver, Jaden Businger. Connor Sudman back into the ballgame for BCU. Meg Knutson, 5'8" junior out of Santa Rosa Beach, Florida, into the ballgame. That sounds warm. I like the sound of that. Fawcett dribbled through traffic. She bounces inside, but it'll have to go back out. Actually stolen by Carly. Carly with a 3-on-2 for Briar Cliff. She stops just outside the right elbow. Has to twirl around. Sokolowski there. Sudman will push near side into the hands of Comstock. Comstock to Sokolowski in the corner, looking in at Deitzler. She's covered up nicely, but they finally get it to her. One dribble to the hoop. Blocked down by Fanter and out of bounds. So Briar Cliff will keep it with 12 seconds on the shot clock. The inbounds play tipped out by Fawcett, who's played pretty relentless defense from the second she stepped on the floor tonight as a starter for St. Xavier's Cougars. Chargers need a little help on the inbounds play. Sokolowski comes out to get it. Sudman to Deitzler with 5. Carly in the corner, drives right baseline, is leaned on and fouled by Fanter. That'll be Chanel Fanter's first, team's second. Brianna Allen back in for Briar Cliff. Carly catches it up top. 2 dribbles. She'll bounce it down low. Sokolowski catches, goes left, shoots with her right. No good. Might have been partially deflected. Referee say it was last touch by a Charger. So it'll be St. Xavier Cougars basketball, 14-8. Fawcett into the corner. 3-pointer on the way. No good. And out of bounds. Let's see where it goes. It'll go to the Chargers as Brianna Flater checks back into the ball game. .3:19 to go. Chargers will work up the basketball. Connor Sudman will do the honors from what's turning into a nice basketball factory down in Trainer, Iowa. Been very strong for about a decade now in Iowa girls basketball. Blocked down by Flater. The runner is Knutson. Right hand lay-in, good. Excellent job of running the floor by Meg Knutson. Brianna Allen open for 3. It's well off the mark. Pulled in by Sokolowski. Stolen away by Knutson. Knutson keeps her dribble in heavy traffic. Has Flater there to help her out. Fawcett, left side, lay in, good. 18-8. Sudman will drive. She's stopped by a foul just outside the paint. Go to Lovich, it'll be her first. 18-8, third foul by the Cougars here in the quarter. Nice bounce pass inside to Deitzler. Shot no good. Her putback is a little higher off the window and good. She's got 4. 18-10, Cougar basketball. Fawcett across the half-court stripe. Has Knutson wide open on the baseline. She floats it up and over the rim and swishes it through. 20-10, good touch by Knutson on the baseline. 2:05 to play first quarter. Cougars doubling up the Chargers at 20-10. Sokolowski on the drive. Her pass is cut down. It does find Deitzler, who muscles her way up and is fouled right below the rim. Now one may go to Knutson. It will. Her first. Team's 4th. So 4 fouls each. Jaden Businger back in the Charger lineup. Taylor Lamprecht will come in on a made second attempt. Deitzler's free throw is no good. New substitution rule in effect on free throws this year. You either substitute before the first free throw or after a made second free throw. Otherwise, you continue in the ball game, as is the case, as Deitzler missed them both. Fawcett, top of the key to Austin. Cougars look for an opening. Flater has it up top. She throws across the court. Welter for another 3. Good. Maddie Welter has 11 of the Cougars' 23 points. It's 23-10. 1:35 to play first quarter here at the Newman Flanagan Center. Baseline drive, cut off. Finds Deitzler underneath. Deitzler goes right, tries to power up between 2 defenders. No good. gets her own rebound, goes back up and draws in Claire Austin for the foul. Kalina Asbill back into the ball game for BCU. Deichler's free throw is off the mark. Local high school playoffs for any of you fans interested out there. Sergeant Bluff-Luton with a 28-7 lead over visiting Carlisle tonight in Class 3A of the Iowa High School playoffs. We have Class A through 4A and 8-player football. Welter for another three, no good. Brianna Allen with a rebound. Chargers have numbers. Asbill goes to the hoop, and they're going to call her for a charge. So it'll go to the Cougars. She lowered her shoulder a little bit, but didn't think it was all that much. 23-10. Full court pressure by the Chargers. Fawcett kept it. Ahead to Welter. Welter twirls around and has Knutson. Now to Fanter. Fanter with 10 on the shot clock. She drives. She'll leave it off for Zobel. Long two for McKenna Zobel, and it's good. (25-10). St. Xavier Cougars with the lead over the Chargers. The host of this little mini tournament this weekend. Looking inside for Lamprecht. It was knocked out of bounds with 28 seconds left. Olivet Nazarene and Morningside played earlier. So Olivet will draw Briar Cliff tomorrow, and these very same St. Xavier Cougars will get the Morningside Mustangs. Alyssa Carley back in for Briar Cliff. Up top. Fouled by Fawcett on the inbounds play. That'll be her second foul. So it'll be a trip to the free throw line for Taylor Lamprecht. First free throw is no good. 27 seconds left here in the first quarter. 25-10 though, the Cougars have built a nice little cushion. Second one for Lamprecht is good. Maddie Welter leads all scorers with 11 on 3 3-pointers. Knutson. Out of Welter, back to Knutson up top. Back to Welter with 15 on the shot clock, or 15 on the clock. Down to 10. Fanter holds. Fanter now drives. Knutson in the corner. She throws across the court. Lovich with it. Lobs it inside. Zobel with the basket. And that's the end of the quarter. A high-scoring, impressive first quarter for the Cougars of St. Xavier. 27-11 is your score. And we'll get some stats for you that back up the effort by both of these teams here in just a sec.
Follow your favorite Briar Cliff athletic teams on the web at bcuchargers.com or search for BCU Chargers on both Instagram and Twitter.
The Cougars shooting 57% on 12 of 21, 3 of 11 beyond the arc. They have yet to attempt a free throw. Briar Cliff shooting 4 of 16 for 25%. They're 2 of 6 beyond the arc and 1 of 6 at the free throw line. Rebounding advantage right now to Briar Cliff, 12-11. 1 assist, 7 turnovers for the Chargers. And kind of a tale of the tape here. 9 assists, just 2 turnovers for the Cougars. So they're taking care of the basketball in an incredible fashion. Welter has 11 points to lead in scoring. Brianna Flater has 3 rebounds, and Chanel Fanter has 5 assists already for St. Xavier. Madeline Deitzler, 4 points and 3 rebounds, leads Briar Cliff in both of those categories. Jaden Businger with an assist. Points in the paint, St. Xavier 14-4, outscoring Briar Cliff. Tied at 4 in bench scoring. Second chance points 5-4 for Briar Cliff, but 8-0 the points off of turnover in favor of the Cougars, and that's a huge, huge stat. Whenever you can lead in that category, good things happen. 17-11, thank you. The Cougars' biggest lead of the day is 16 right now. Chargers' biggest lead was 3, so the score was tied once. The lead changed hands one time. Fancher in the corner will throw it back up top. Knutson takes 2 dribbles, looks to the far side. Fancher thought about it, looks away. She'll dribble instead with 10 on the shot clock. Good ball movement by the Cougars. Knutson thought about stepping into a 3. Goes to Zobel on the block with 5 seconds, with 4, with 3 to Knutson into the corner. 3-pointer on the way, good. Wow, what a dagger for the Briar Cliff defense. Played hard all the way through the buzzer, but Chanel Fanter hits the 3 in the corner to make it 30-11. Sokolowski for 3, well off the mark, no good. Rebound squirts through the hands of a couple of red jerseyed players and out of bounds. I think Fanter, Knutson, and Levitch all had their hands on it, but it goes out of bounds. So Briar Cliff we'll see here. I think Sydney Lovitch may have touched it last, but frankly, there were so many hands around the basketball there that kind of a pick 'em. Not sure that's exactly what they're talking about, but be Connor Sudman set to inbound along the end line for Briar Cliff. And an offensive foul whistled against the Chargers. Sokolowski will get it. That'll give it to the Cougars. So the first foul whistled against Briar Cliff for the second quarter. 30-11 is your score. Three-pointer up top, Maddie Welter off the mark, no good, rebounded by Madeline Deitzler. She'll dribble the center of the floor. Here's some footsteps off to Sudman. Sudman hands it off to Sokolowski. Sokolowski back over to Sudman. She takes a drive right baseline, cut off nicely. Back up top for BCU. Sokolowski looked to pass it into the corner, stolen away by Knutson. Almost stolen back by Brianna Allen, ultimately in the hands of Fanter. Chanel Fanter zigzags her way up the floor. Has Knutson on the near side right wing. Open to shoot, 3-pointer up top, no good, rolls off. Rebound, they'll call a travel on the rebound against McKenna Zobel. She came down with it and saw the end line and just took an extra step. Comstock and Lamprecht back into the ball game for BCU. So it's Charger basketball. 30-11 is your score as we settle in for the second quarter. Nice coast-to-coast drive for Taylor Lamprecht. She's got 3. 30-13. Lobbed inside for Zobel. Zobel goes up and is fouled. Waited perfectly and timed it just right. Taylor Lamprecht will pick up her second, team's second. But back to McKenna Zobel for a second there. She received the entry pass and waited just a stitch. She knew the defense was right there, drew them in beautifully. Free throw in and out, no good for the 6-foot-tall sophomore center, but that's exactly what you want your post players to do, and she pretty much executed that to perfection. Second free throw for Zobel is good. She gets it to roll around and fall through, so she's got 7. Keegan Held into the ball game for Briar Cliff for the first time, a 5'3" freshman from Clarkson, Nebraska. It's the one fun thing about college hoops. When you get some freshmen, you learn new towns and new cities and new areas. I like it. Down to 15 on the Chargers shot clock. Businger on the near side. Dribbles towards the paint. Nothing really doing. Sudman will step back. Her shot is blocked down by Brianna Flater. Cougars on the run. Nice touch pass to the cutting McKenna Zobel. Basket is good. What a great job of running the floor. Well done by Zobel. A great job by her teammates to get her the basketball in stride, where all she had to do is put it up and in. 33-13 the score. The Cougars have opened up a nice lead. Chargers Sports Network is always at bcuchargers.com. It is your connection to the action with links to live video, audio, and stats. Big thanks to our Charger Sports Network sponsors, including Heartland Chiropractic, Townhouse Pizza and Lounge, Sport Clips, Bob Rose Point After, Bob Rose North End Zone and West Side Pizza. Thank you to all of our sponsors that help bring you Charger action. And this is just the tip of the iceberg for the weekend for what Briar Cliff has in store in the Chargers. Men's and women's soccer across town at Morningside tomorrow. That men's game for the top seed heading into the GPAC tournament, so go Chargers there. The football team will be in action at Memorial Field against Northwestern. And we've got women's basketball, of course, right back here at the Newman Flanagan Center. The men on the road down in Bellevue after a win tonight over the 22nd ranked Bruins. So we'll keep up with as much as we possibly can here on the Charger Sports Network for you. We'll get some updates throughout the football game tomorrow that I'll be at with men's and women's soccer in mind. So whether you're rooting for the team on the gridiron, on the pitch, or on the hardwood, we got you covered. Claire Austin with the basketball up top. Welter swings it around to Fanter. Fanter cuts through traffic. Lob inside to Austin, blocked from behind, or fouled from behind on the shot attempt. Charger foul. Go to Jaden Businger, her first, team's third, but free throws coming. Sokolowski and Asbill back in the ball game for BCU. The soccer team has had an impressive run of shutouts of late, tying a school record. Did you beat that school record or just tie it? You beat it. Heck yeah, I thought so. 8, right? 7. 8's coming. All right, dig it. Free throw is good for Austin. See, I've been following along. I knew. I was there. I was in the neighborhood. Asbill's shot is blocked down by Claire Austin. They put together a terrific campaign, which is just fantastic. And my color commentator for tomorrow, Nick, who runs in the cross-country team, shaved off, about 2 minutes off his personal record. His last race, so just great stuff going on. Sokolowski fouled from behind by Austin. So get out the old winter coat tomorrow and go watch football or go watch soccer. Come in here to the Newman Flanagan Center, watch some great women's college basketball. (34-13) is your score. Thrown in up top to Comstock, who wants to bounce it down low to Sokolowski. She's cut off after a dribble. Right back to Comstock for three. Bryceland Comstock. Welter with a foot on the three-point line. Long two, good for Maddie Welter. She's got 13. Her range seems to be anywhere in the gym so far. An excellent shooter. Sudman. They'll hand it off. Asbill cuts through traffic. Out to Comstock. To Deitzler at the free throw line. Deitzler starts a drive and is cut down by Welter with a foul. Her first, team's second. Jaden Businger back in for the Chargers. So Madeline Deitzler will go back to the free throw line here, where she's had a couple of trips today. Free throw is good, and she's got 5. (37-17) is your score. Free throw no good. Pulled down by the Cougars. They'll run the floor nicely. Flater has it in the offensive zone quickly. She gets it back off a pass, open for three, in and out, no good. Sudman with a rebound for BCU. Sudman cuts through traffic, goes right to the hoop and lays it up and in. Nice play by Connor Sudman. 39-17. Cougars quickly on the attack, back in the offensive zone. Out to Welter, open for three. You know it. Good. She's got 16. And a timeout on the floor. St. Xavier 40 and Briar Cliff 19. We'll be back in just a second to the Newman Flanagan Center on the Charger Sports Network. Back at the Newman Flanagan Center here in Sioux City, Iowa, home of the Briar Cliff University Chargers. The St. Xavier Cougars 40 and Briar Cliff 19. 5 minutes, 10 seconds to play in the first half. Sudman with the basketball up top for BCU. She hands it off to Comstock, who goes into the corner for Asbill, who looks right baseline, but that door is shut. Deitzler starts a drive, cut off. Nice bounce pass to Sudman. Muscled up a shot, but is fouled. That was Brianna Flater with her first foul, team's third. So Flater will put Sudman on the free throw line. And the free throw is good. Connor Sudman with three. Second one for Sudman is good. She hits both. Just learned the dynamics of what tomorrow's game means for the Chargers soccer team. Welter for three, off the mark, in the corner, no good. Rebounded by Deitzler, their fifth rebound of the day. Blocked down by Flater and out of bounds. Nice block defensively. And pretty much what I learned is Chargers just need to go out and win and take the GPAC title home. Not worry about anybody else. So a nice opportunity of controlling your own destiny. Three-pointer off the mark from Comstock. Welter catches the basketball where she's double-teamed quickly. Fanter works it across the court. Worked into the hands of Janie McLaughlin. McLaughlin's basket makes it 42-21. Drive, and we got a block foul coming. That'll go to Fanter, I believe, as Sudman crashed and hit the deck hard. Actually, it's McLaughlin's first, sorry. Her first and the team's fourth. Brianna Allen and Alyssa Carley back into the BCU lineup. As Coach Power gives a little instruction to his two players, his two freshmen coming off the floor. Free throw is up and good for Connor Sudman. She's got 5. With 4:11 to play here in the first half. Second free throw rolls out, no good. McLaughlin with the rebound. 44-22 ball game. Fanter dribbles into the paint where she stops. Welter open for three in the corner. Good. 19 for Welter. Actually make it 20, sorry. Don't want a short changer. 45-22. Steal by the Cougars. Welter calling for it again, but Allen covers her up. Lovitic on the three, no good. Rebounded by the Cougars. Welter for three, no good. Bounced inside. Deitzler open, lay in good. Good job to work it into Madeline Deitzler. It's 45-24. Three minutes now to go, first half. Fancher in the near corner, looked to throw it out top, blocked down by Brianna Allen, but it goes out of bounds. A couple of rows up into the stands, far side, so it'll be Cougar basketball. Flater will inbound. Taylor Lamprecht into the ball game for BCU. Lobbed into Fanter. Way away from the free throw line. She looked inside at Zobel, goes to the free throw line instead. Flater with a turnaround jumper, good. 47-24 Cougars. Shooting 55% on the day. Three-pointer on the way, no good. From Sudman, rebound poked around. Welter comes out with it. She hands it quickly to Flater. Flater, little one-hand pass ahead to Knutson. Back to Flater for three. Top of the key, no good. Can't get the roll. Zobel with the offensive rebound. Put back, no good. Poked out of bounds. Last touch by Zobel. So the Chargers will have it with 2:22 to play here in the first half. Briar Cliff shooting 8 of 27 for 29.7%. St. Xavier's hit 7 threes. Briar Cliff has hit 3 of them. Free throw line jumper good for Connor Sudman in the end. One coming. She's now got 7 all here in the second quarter. Ashley Reyes picks up her first foul. That'll be the team's 5th. Kalina Asbill back into the ball game for BCU. Shannon Sokolowski as well. As Sudman will toe the free throw line after a couple of dribbles. Puts up her attempt and it's good. So 8 for Sudman. Sarah Dreckman back in for Briar Cliff. Some full court pressure by Briar Cliff. Stolen away by Carly, who saved it in, but saved it right to Flater for the Cougars. Fanter will work it up. Fanter on the right wing, dribbles around her back, floats it far side for Knutson. Knutson on the drive, running lay-in good for Meg Knutson. She's got 6 and it's 49-27. Dreckman wasn't looking for the pass. It goes off of her hands and out of bounds. She was looking to cut back up top, maybe set a screen or something. So the turnover, the 12th of the first half for Briar Cliff, will give it to the Cougars. So they look to extend their lead a little bit before halftime as Reyes dribbles across the half-court stripe. Fanter down the paint. She'll leave it off for Zobel, but an offensive foul coming to Chanel Fanter, her second. 90 seconds to go in the half with Dreckman on the left wing. Dreckman to the right elbow for Sokolowski. Back to Dreckman at the top. A few dribbles. Asbill into the corner. She lobs it in, but it's stolen. Fanter takes away the dribble. She's got Knutson ahead of traffic. Knutson curls in underneath the basket. Has Reyes open for three. It's no good off the mark. Dreckman pulls it in. We'll turn it up with Briar Cliff. With about a minute to play here in the first half. Sokolowski far side. She turns back towards the top of the key, now off to the right corner. Dreckman looks at the cutter. Alyssa Carly, nothing doing. Dreckman will take the shot. Top of the key, no good. Rebound pulled in by Fanter. She's had a stat-eating game so far, Chanel Fanter. 5 points, 7 assists, couple of rebounds. She's doing it all. Cougars throw it away. Asbill with the steal. At the free throw line, looking left. She hits the trailer Dreckman, who lost the handle out of bounds. Turnover back to the Cougars with 27 seconds left. As Sydney Lovitz checks back into the ball game for Xavier. So the Cougars showing why they're a top 20 team once again out of the Chicagoland Collegiate Athletic Conference. Play a high brand of basketball. Bounce pass to Zobel off of the far corner. Poked at by Sokolowski, almost stolen. Retained by the Cougars. Flater for three, no good. Zobel had the ball tipped out of her hands, but Knutson there to pick it up with 7 seconds. Into the corner, Reyes thought about a three, shoots instead and draws in the foul. Dreckman will pick it up and be her second. Team's fourth with 2.9 seconds left. Coach Corey Irvin pretty happy about her team's performance here in the first half. Free throw for Reyes, good. .9 to play, 50-27. Ashley Reyes, their second free throw off the front of the rim, no good. Goes through Dreckman's hands. Three-pointer Knutson at the buzzer, no good off the mark, and we go to halftime. The Cougars of St. Xavier 50. The Briar Cliff University Chargers 27. We'll run down some of the stats for you here at halftime. We'll run down some of the athletic weekend here at Briar Cliff. Some huge games coming up on campus and in town for the Chargers throughout the day tomorrow. The women obviously will be right back here at the Newman Flanagan Center, where they will take on the Tigers of Olivet Nazarene. The football team will be over at Memorial Field to take on 5th-ranked Northwestern. Men's and women's soccer in action over at Morningside College. And the men have a chance, or with a victory, would win the outright Great Plains Athletic Conference title. No need to even tell you what happens in a draw or in a loss. None of that's going to happen. The Charger soccer team is going to go out and control their own destiny and win the game on the pitch. That's the best way to do it. But they got a big game against crosstown rival Morningside tomorrow. We'll cover the women's basketball here on the Charger Sports Network. Being it on campus here, we'll have the football game on campus as well. And I believe Morningside will have some opportunities through their website and athletic social media and stuff like that to give you men's and women's soccer as well. So thank you. So root on the Chargers from wherever you're at tomorrow in each and every sport. The men's basketball team down in Bellevue, they'll take on Nebraska Christian College as well. So men's basketball team tonight won 81-76 over 22nd ranked Bellevue. Jackson Lamb with 20, Connor Groves with 19, Andy Geelan with 12, Jaden Klein Esselink with 12, and Ethan Friedel with 10. Chargers shoot 50% for the game. That's awesome. So they go to 2-0 on the season. They'll try to make it 3-0 tomorrow. Here's how we got to our 50-27 halftime score. Maddie Welter leads all scorers with 20 points for the Cougars of St. Xavier. On 7 of 13 shooting, 6 of 12 beyond the arc. She's just been fantastic. McKenna Zobel with 9, Meg Knutson with 6, Chanel Fanter with 5, Brianna Flater with 4, Mia Fawcett with 2, Janie McLaughlin with 2, and Claire Austin with a free throw. For Briar Cliff, being led by Connor Sudman with 8, Madeline Deitzler with 7. And then 4 players have 3 points. Alyssa Carley and Jaden Businger each hit a 3, as did Bryceland Comstock. And Taylor Lamprecht has 3 on a free throw and a field goal. Briar Cliff shooting 19 of 28 for 32%, 3 of 10 from beyond the arc, and 6 of 13 at the free throw line. St. Xavier lights out, 54% on 20 of 37 shooting, 7 of 22 beyond the arc and 2 of 4 at the free throw line. Slight rebounding advantage for the Cougars, 21-19. 3 assists, 12 turnovers for Briar Cliff, 16 assists to just 4 turnovers for the Cougars. Bench scoring tied at 9, points in the paint 20-12 for St. Xavier. Second chance points 5-4 for Briar Cliff, and points off of turnover at 9-2 for the Cougars. Biggest lead of the day, 23, being enjoyed right now by St. Xavier. Briar Cliff's biggest lead was 3, so the score was tied once. The lead changed hands at one single time, and the Cougars have not looked back. 50-27 your halftime score here on the Charger Sports Network. We're going to take a brief pause, and we'll be right back to the Newman Flanagan Center in just a few minutes on the Chargers Sports Network at bcuchargers.com. Welcome back to the Newman Flanagan Center in Sioux City, Iowa, on the campus of Briar Cliff University. It's Charger basketball here at bcuchargers.com and on the Charger Sports Network. I'm Justin Barker. Thank you for making us a part of your evening tonight. I know you got a lot of options, a lot of choices and things to do, but as long as you're rooting on your favorite team, that's all that matters, and we appreciate it. 50-27 is your halftime score, with the Cougars of St. Xavier out to a nice lead, led by Maddie Welter with 20 points in the first half. She was simply excellent. Hello from North Central New Jersey. Cousin of Chanel Fanter. Well, Chanel has played good tonight as well with 5 points. Pretty awesome. Thank you for listening out of New Jersey and watching. That's pretty cool stuff. Thank you. Just underway here in the second half. Chargers will go from left to right now, shooting on their home bucket here at the Newman Flanagan Center. Starters for both sides. Sudman catches on the right wing. Deitzler comes out to set a screen for her. Sudman continues to the bucket, left side, no good, she's fouled. The foul will go to McKenna Zobel, who had 9 first half points. So Welter with 20, Zobel with 9, the leading scorers for the Cougars. Connor Sudman now at 9, leads Briar Cliff. Madeline Deitzler with 7. Second free throw for Sudman is good, and she has 10. First Charger into double figures tonight. Cougars break the pressure nicely. Welter open for 3 in the corner, off the mark. Zobel had it hit off of her shoulder, I believe. It went out of bounds. She was trying to put herself in position to jump for a miss, and the ball missed everything. So it caught her a little off guard. Goes out of bounds to Briar Cliff. Sudman up top, holding the dribble over to Brianna Allen. Allen bounces inside to Madeline Deitzler, being guarded by Zobel. Sudman gets the basketball off a screen. Sokolowski hands it back to Allen, over to Alyssa Carley. Carley backs in with 5 on the shot clock and comes to a jump stop. Out to Sokolowski. Three-pointer in the corner from Sudman, no good. Brianna Allen fights for the offensive rebound for Briar Cliff. Over to Sudman, open for 3. Far side, no good. Rebound pulled in by Flater of the Cougars, and Zobel has the center of the floor to Welter near side. Welter looks for a trailer, finds Fanter. Fanter lobs beautifully inside to Zobel, whose basket is good, and the three-point play chance coming. Great backdoor cut. Pass was right to her hands. Shannon Sokolowski with her second foul. Team's first. And McKenna Zobel's three-point play chance is good. She has 12, 53-29. Allen will drive. She gets to the right side underneath the bucket, but got a little too far in, no good. Flater controls the basketball, pushes ahead to Fawcett, whose left-hand lay-in is good, 55-29. Kathy is Maddie Welter's cousin from Huntley, Illinois. And yes, Kathy, she is having one heck of a game. Stolen away by the Cougars to Zobel, bumped away from Alyssa Carley and out of bounds. That'll slow things up. Lamprecht into the ball game for BCU. Jaden Businger as well. So Fawcett will inbound. Nice bounce pass to the paint. Flater was bodied nicely by the defense. Blocked down, but the Cougars still have the basketball with Fawcett. She'll stop and pop a jumper, no good. And on the rebound attempt, Fanter fouled. She had good position. Connor Sudman picks up her second, team's second. Free throw is good for Fanter. She has 6. Second one is good as well. So Fanter hits both and has 7. Allen bounces, Businger top of the key. To Sudman at the elbow, gives it right back to Businger. Not a lot to work with there. Carly fires a 3, no good. Rebound to Chanel Fanter. And a foul. As Fanter tried to cut through to the hoop with the dribble. Foul will go to Brianna Allen, her first, team's third. 7:36 to play, third quarter. Inbound to Fanter. She throws far side for Zobel. Back up top. Good ball movement. Three-pointer open for Fanter. Good. Chanel Fanter with 10. 60-29. Xavier out to the lead. Businger's 3 is off the mark. She tried to follow her shot, but Fanter had it blocked out nicely. Alyssa Carley hits the deck. She'll hustle back to play defense. Welter open for 3. No good in the corner. Rebound pulled in by Sudman. We'll see how Alyssa Carley's shoulder feels after she fell kind of hard. She's going to stay in the ball game. Looks to be okay, but couldn't corral in the pass, and it's out of bounds for the 16th turnover of the day for Briar Cliff. Deitzler back in the ball game. Bryceland Comstock as well. So we said in the first half, Chanel Fanter doing a good job with 10 points, 8 assists, 3 rebounds. A little bit of everything. Fawcett had it knocked out of her hands, but Austin's there to collect it. Back to Fawcett. She looked back into Austin, tipped up, stolen by Alyssa Carley. Carley will work the near side of the floor. Around a Businger pick. Businger at the top of the key. Back to Carley near side. Carley, quick trigger for 3. Gets the roll. Alyssa Carley with 6. 60-32. Asbill tries to go for the steal and knocks it out of bounds into the scorer's table. Good effort. Fawcett had it poked away from behind by Asbill, so another good defensive effort by her. Chargers come out with it. Businger up top, passes on the 3. Will take a free throw line jumper. Tried to bank it in from straight on, no good. Last touch by a Cougar and out of bounds. So the Chargers will inbound it. So Kolowski back into the ball game for Briar Cliff. Asbill looks to inbound, does so. Carley wants another 3, no good. Hit the front of the rim and into the hands of Claire Austin for the rebound. Flater works the center of the floor. Welter open in the corner for 3, good. Maddie Welter with 23. She continues her barrage, and we've got a double dribble and a turnover by Comstock and the Chargers. Lobbed inside, Austin open. She just has to turn and shoot it in. She does so. 65-32. Carley holds in the far corner, trying to work her way towards the paint. Passes off to Asbill instead. Deitzler wants to give her a screen to help. Comstock open for 3 up top, off the mark, no good. Claire Austin will clear the rebound for the Cougars. 5:25 to play here in the third quarter. And we're going to have a block foul called against Madeline Deitzler. That'll be the 4th team foul against the Chargers here in the third quarter. Sudman back in for Briar Cliff. Keegan held back into the game as well, and Brianna Allen. So Fawcett will inbound for the Cougars, and she'll go up top to Flater, far side for Maddie Welter. Back to Flater, top of the key to Welter. Open shooter in the corner is Fanter for three, no good. Brianna Allen with a rebound. Her fourth rebound of the day. Deichler leads the way for Briar Cliff with 6. Sudman, shot no good. Got an offensive rebound. Sokolowski with it through the paint. Right-handed runner, no good. Ball loose on the deck. We'll have a jump ball. Possession arrow, though, to the Cougars. Good effort by both teams. Little pressure by the Chargers and a steal. Held comes out with the basketball. Picked up in the near corner by Sudman. Up top, Brianna Allen wants a three. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Fanter for the Cougars. 65-32, St. Xavier with the lead. Over to Fawcett, thought about a three. Takes a dribble, gets the defender to go ahead and keep going as she puts on the brakes. And the two-point jump shot is good. Held on the drive, blocked from behind by Claire Austin. Cougars run along the far sideline with Meg Knutson. Fawcett at the elbow. Will dribble through traffic. Left-handed runner, good in the end. One coming for Fawcett. Back-to-back baskets for her. Foul will go to Sokolowski, her third. Team's fifth of the third quarter with 4:13 to play. Janie McLaughlin into the ball game for St. Xavier. Chanel Fanter will take a break. Free throw is no good, a little bit off the mark. Sokolowski zigzags her way up the floor with the dribble, but lost the handle. Claire Austin picks it up off the floor. Austin will take the 18th Briar Cliff turnover into the front court. She leaves it for Fawcett. Beautiful pass through the paint. McLaughlin wide open for an easy two. 71-32. Sudman looks right baseline. On the way to the hoop is fouled. Sydney Lovich on the foul, her second. Team's second of the quarter. Jaden Businger back in for Briar Cliff. Sudman looking for an option, will float it in. Kagan Held will catch it top of the key and look near side. Businger looked inside. Lamprecht covered up. Now her defender falls. She gets the basketball, turns, shoots, and scores. Taylor Lamprecht with 5. 71-34. And we got a offensive foul against Claire Austin. A couple of players hit the deck. There was some contact both ways, so just kind of waiting to see who was going to get whistled. It was Claire Austin, so the ball will go to Briar Cliff. .322 to play, third quarter. Allen open for three, left wing, no good. She follows her shot. Businger knocks it down out of the air. Jump ball. Allen ties up Austin. It'll stay with Briar Cliff via the possession arrow. A little conference by the refereeing crew. They'll reset to 20 on the shot clock. Inbound play to Held up top. Businger with it. She wants to lob it inside. Gets it there to Sudman. Fouled from behind, I believe, by Lovich. That's the case. That's her third. Team's fourth. Coach Irvin wants a timeout. She'll be granted her wishes. 3:08 to play, third quarter, 71-34. The 17th ranked Cougars enjoying a nice cushion here in Sioux City. They'll have a date tomorrow with 19th ranked Morningside, so a battle of top 20 teams after Morningside held off Olivet Nazarene 101-86 earlier tonight. Pretty entertaining game there, so we look for the same tomorrow. Big second half by Morningside. They were up by 3 at halftime. Win by 15 eventually. So it'll be a top 20 battle, 17 against 19. A couple of teams that'll be fighting for some high seeds at the end of the year at the national tournament. No doubt about it. 71-34. Held, comes to a stop. Businger thought about a three, takes a dribble. Shifts over to her left, now throws to Allen, whose shot was blocked out of the air, and the ball was nowhere near the cylinder, so it's a shot clock violation after the block shot. You get the honor of covering that national tournament every year for the NAIA here in Sioux City, and watching these teams early in the season is a treat. Stolen by Sudman, right-hand lay-in, good. Connor Sudman with 12. Enjoy the fact that teams from the GPAC and the Chicagoland Conference able to get together as the Chargers create a turnover. Travel called against Lovitch. Well, Briar Cliff made their way out to Chicago last year to take on, or the Chicago area to take on these two teams last year. So just a cool deal when good teams get to play one another very early in the season and measure yourself against good competition with both terrific conferences. Businger will drive. She comes to a stop, but was stripped by Meg Knutson. Bounce pass to McCloggin in the paint, but it was taken off of her hands and out of bounds by Sudman. Dreckman, Sokolowski, and Deitzler back into the Briar Cliff lineup. How about two more? Alyssa Carley and Kalina Asbill into the game as well. So Coach Power just going to go with a line change for his team. Knocked out by Asbill. She's done a really good job as a defender throughout this game of poking her hands in the passing lane, and may not have a bunch of steals to show for it, but certainly has deflected a number of passes. Flater throws across the court. McCloggin with it. McCloggin cut off by a double team, but throws up top. Flater was open. McCloggin hits the cutter. Lovitch back up top. Three-pointer on the way in and out. No good from Flater. Chargers come out with the basketball. Asbill was open up top. Passes on the three. Alyssa Carley open for three in the corner. No good. Offensive rebound by Dreckman for the Chargers. Sokolowski to Asbill. Asbill back over to Dreckman. She wants to bounce inside to Deitzler, who's hooked by McCloggin for her second and the team's fifth. So Madeline Deitzler would go to the free throw line. She's 1 of 6 tonight, but she hits that one. She's got 8. Hits them both. She's got 9. 71-38. Austin has a trailer. It's Knutson. Lay in, no good. Rebound poked way out top and corralled by the Cougars. Three-pointer for Claire Austin. No good in the corner. Run down by BCU, and Asbill comes across the half-court stripe to the top of the key as she puts on the brakes. Sokolowski right wing with it. Drives into the paint with her left hand, but she's stopped by a foul. Flater will pick up her second. Actually, they call that the Lovitch her fourth, sorry, not Flater. I think it was not on Lovitch. But I'm looking at the wrong thing, I guess. Or I just threw myself off in my own mind, which is highly possible. Free throw no good for Sokolowski. Yes, it was on Flater, her second. not on Lovich, so she remains with 3. See, I wasn't crazy. Sokolowski's free throw hits the front of the rim, no good. Claire Austin with a rebound. Flater will dribble through traffic, pushing it into the corner. McLaughlin shot is off the mark. That's a one-handed pass there to set her up for the shot, but they can't all fall, right? Dreckman top of the key. Asbill will dribble. She cuts through traffic, running right-hander. Well off the mark, but McLaughlin will get her 3rd. So Kalina Asbill will go to the free throw line. Big bend of the knees. Free throw is good. Her first points of the game. Second one good as well. Reed Springs, Missouri, near Branson. Just a stitch northwest. Foul to Shannon Sokolowski, her 4th. As Taylor Lamprecht checks back into the game. It's McLaughlin on the free throw line with 4 points tonight. Make it 5. Free throw swished home. Second one is good as well. McLaughlin has 6. Charger basket scored by Keegan Held. Make it 73-42. Thrown inside, Businger steps in the passing lane and knocks it out. With 21.7 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Cougar basketball. Knudsen will throw far side for Austin, who fires for 3. No good. Rebound poked around until it's pulled in by Held for Briar Cliff. She tries to find Dreckman on the run, but it's poked out. 6.9 seconds to play. So the Chargers will inbound with Peyton Slaughter on the far side. Slaughter gets it right back from Businger on the inbounds play. Slaughter comes all the way around near side. Businger turns around. 4-3 at the buzzer, no good. After 3 quarters, it's St. Xavier 73 and Briar Cliff 42. Back in a minute with fourth quarter action from the Newman Flanagan Center right after this. Back at the Newman Flanagan Center here in Sioux City, Iowa, on the Charger Sports Network at bcuchargers.com. It's St. Xavier's 17th ranked Cougars 73. And the Briar Cliff University Chargers 42. Chargers are being led by Madeline Deitzler, make that Connor Sudman with 12, Madeline Deitzler with 9. 6 from Melissa Carley, 5 from Taylor Lamprecht. 3 each from Jaden Businger and Bryceland Comstock, and 2 each from Kalina Asbill and Keegan Held. For St. Xavier, 23 points shows the way for all scores for Maddie Welter. McKenna Zobel with 12. Chanel Fanter with 10. Mia Fawcett with 8. Janie McCloggin with 6. Meg Knutson with 6. Brianna Flater with 4. Claire Austin with 3. And a free throw from Ashley Reyes is their 73 points. St. Xavier shooting 28 of 57 for 49%. Steal by the Chargers. They're 9 of 34 beyond the arc and 8 of 12 at the free throw line. Briar Cliff 13 of 49 for 27%. 4 of 22 beyond the arc and 12 of 21 at the free throw line. Rebounding advantage by 4 for St. Xavier, 37-33. Nice lay-in by Taylor Lamprecht going to her left. 73-44. Bench scoring 16 to 15 for the Cougars. Points in the paint 30 to 18 for the Cougars. Lobbed into the paint for Zobel, who banks it up and in quickly for her 14th point. Second chance points tied at 7. Points off a turnover, 16 to 7. Steal by Flater. Right hand lay in. Poked away by Peyton Slaughter. Good defense. So the inbounds play will come to the right side of the standard for the Cougars, but it goes left near side of the floor. Fanter does not shoot a 3. Welter does. Top of the key and buries it for her 26th point. 78-44 Cougars. Bounce pass stolen away by Claire Austin. Zobel holds right by the center circle over to Austin. Austin drives right baseline, stops and pops from about 8 feet and scores. Claire Austin with 5. 80-44. 8:25 to play in tonight's game. These two teams will be back in action tomorrow. St. Xavier will get Morningside. Nice cut by Slaughter. Lay in good from the right side. And Olivet Nazarene will get Briar Cliff. The Chicagoland against the G-Pack. Fanter drives. It's cut down by a foul right around the free throw line. Peyton Slaughter will pick up her first. Keegan held back in. Josie Condon into the ball game for Briar Cliff. Condon, a 5'9" freshman from Esterville, Iowa. Welter wants another 3. It's off the mark. Rebound pulled in by the Chargers, but Lamprecht hit the deck, was able to find a guard and get rid of it. Held, goes coast to coast, left-hand lay-in off the front of the rim, no good. Abby Lowell into the Briar Cliff lineup as well. Abby, a 5'7" sophomore from Strasburg, Colorado. Coach Power going to get everybody involved here. Austin has a wide open runner. Cora Grafio, a senior, 5'10". She'll get a nice point or a basket by running the floor beautifully. Peyton Hagberg into the ball game as well for Briar Cliff. Held, twirls around, Lamprecht top of the key, and she'll be fouled by Welter, her second. So Maddie Welter will come out to a nice round of applause from her teammates, putting the finishing touches most likely on a 26-point evening. Left open, held for 3, no good. Rebounded by Claire Austin, who's fouled. Peyton Hagberg will pick up her first. Austin will help break the Briar Cliff pressure. Fanter now works it up the floor and lobs it up and over the defense to Flater. Back to Fanter, back to Flater, they play catch. Reyes looks inside. Grafio calling for it, but can't get it just yet. Austin open for 3 in the corner, good. High arcing swish. 85-46. Held, thought about a 3. Saw a hand coming in her face, thought the wiser. Lamprecht will take the three off the front of the rim, no good. Graffio with the rebound. Bounce down to Austin. She looked inside but had it poked away. Hagberg with a steal. Lowell with it. Three-pointer. No good off the mark. It'll go out of bounds. Shot by Josie Condon. That's all right. She had a good look at it. Shoot that. So the starters most likely done for Coach Corey Irvin and the Cougars of St. Xavier, or they're working towards that anyway. High off the window, the and one for Ashley Reyes. Foul coming to BCU. Josie Condon, her first, team's third. Reyes at the free throw line. Free throw is good for Reyes. Three-point play, cashed in. She's got four. 88-46, all Cougars so far tonight. Lamprecht drives left side. She's cut off by McLaughlin. Nice drive up and over the rim, no for Condon, no good. Run down to the corner by Reyes. Knudsen throws into the far corner. McLaughlin looked to bounce through traffic. It's picked up by Peyton Hagberg. Into the offensive zone for Briar Cliff. Lowell thought about a three, won't take it. Lowell continues her dribble, almost had it stolen, now loses her footing and travels. So it'll be Cougar basketball. 5 minutes, 10 seconds to play. Reyes up top. Good perimeter ball movement by the Cougars. Three-pointer off the mark for Flater. Rebounded inside by McLaughlin. Put back no good. Flater gets the rebound. Graffio's three is off the mark. Knudsen gets the rebound. Multiple chances here for the Cougars. The official stops play, maybe with an inadvertent whistle, not sure. But he comes over to Coach Irwin, tells her why. So at least he owned up to it. That's always great by the officials. Say, hey, it might be my bad. Knudsen's three is off the mark. Condon with a rebound, popped away from behind. It'll go out of bounds. Sarah Dreckman back in for Briar Cliff. So Held will inbound. Hagberg has the dribble at the top. Held comes to a jump stop, shoots, no good. Dreckman fights for the rebound, loose on the deck as it rolls, and it's popped ahead to Knudsen. Left side, lay in good for Meg Knudsen, and one opportunity on the way. Free throw is good for Knudsen, so she's got 9. 91-46, 4 minutes, 20 seconds to play. We'll have both games as part of the women's basketball doubleheader tomorrow here on the Chargers Sports Network as well. We'll have football for you too, so just go to bcuchargers.com, click on Stream Central. As Held's drive, a little bit off the mark, it rolls away. And you can choose which activity you want to watch. Men's and women's soccer out at Morningside, and Bellevue University has a video stream as well for the Charger men tomorrow. Shot off the mark by Janie McLaughlin. 3:45 to go. Three-pointer on the way. No good. Peyton Hagberg into the hands of Held. Nice pass to Dreckman underneath for the bucket. So however you want to root on the Chargers tomorrow, if you're a Cougar fan, the same way you found us tonight, you'll find us tomorrow. Three-pointer, top of the key, good. From Sydney Lovich, 94-48. Hagberg works around a screen from Lowell, held for three, good. Keegan held for three. She's got a really nice lift from her legs when she shoots the basketball. Good jump shooter. Three-pointer on the way for the answer, good. Ashley Reyes. Pretty nice shot herself. 97-51. Three-pointer, good for the answer. Let's just make it a three-point contest. Josie Condon for three. Stolen away by Lowell for the Chargers, but unfortunately she stepped out of bounds. Good defensive effort. Sometimes you just plain run out of room. One-Eyed Jack's postgame show coming up. Remember, mention half-price appetizers at One-Eyed Jack's before or after any BCU game. You'll get that. Don't forget about their Cackle Burger. It's world famous. Peanut butter, jelly, and egg. Oh, and a very hard hit on the underneath the basket. I hope that was everything but her head. Tough young lady, Cora Grafio. Coach Corey Irvin says, I don't think so, you're coming out. Hopefully that was an elbow or something, because she hit the ground very hard. The foul. So free throws for Held. Free throw is good for Keegan Held. She has 6. Training staff here from CNOS on it. Seth and Kelsey and Jess, they're all here, ready to rock. Held hits both. Make sure that Cora is okay. She's got a big smile on her face. 97-56, pass inside, lobbed up and over the rim, no good from McLaughlin. So thankfully that sounded way worse than it was. Not saying it didn't hurt, but you always panic a little bit when you hear that kind of contact. Held goes to the left side for the lay-in. 97-58. Under 2 minutes to play. Cross-court pass. McLaughlin catches it. It's almost cut down by Dreckman. Knudsen into the corner. McLaughlin long two, no good. Lowell and Lovich fight for the rebound. We'll go to Abby Lowell on the foul, though. Team's 5th. Free throw is good for Sydney Lovich. She's got 4. Second one is off the mark. Rebound pulled in by Josie Condon. 98-58. Pretty impressive display put on by St. Xavier's Cougars here tonight, showing why they're a top 20 team. Lowell's shot is blocked out of the air. She tried to catch it and go back up with it, but McLaughlin was in the way and lost her footing, and Lowell tried to step over and catch it and shoot, but just lost the handle out of bounds. Fawcett will bring it up the floor for St. Xavier with 1:20 to play. Knudsen into the paint, over to McLaughlin in the far corner. McLaughlin's jumper is good. And it's triple digits for the Cougars, 100-58. They'll have a nice showdown tomorrow with the Morningside Mustangs and Coach Jamie Sale. Abby Lowell's shot is no good, but a foul coming. She'll earn some free throws here. Foul will go to McLaughlin, her 4th. So a real solid early test for St. Xavier and Morningside tomorrow against one another. Lowell's free throw is good. Briar Cliff will turn around and take on Olivet Nazarene, so that'll be a track meet. running and gunning. It's what Coach Lauren Glenn and the Tigers like to do. 100 to 60. Your score here. Make your way over to One-Eyed Jacks. Either on the way here or home from any Briar Cliff athletic event. Tell them you want a half-price appetizer, they'll set you up. Lovich throws it away to Lowell. Lowell works the center of the floor, continues her dribble to the basket. Lay in good for Abby Lowell. She's got 4. Nice play. Reyes back for the Cougars. A left-handed push pass to Knutson in the corner with 30 seconds left. Knutson a jump pass. Fawcett thought about a 3, drives instead, draws in the foul. Go to Abby Lowell, her second. Actually, her third. So it'll be Fawcett at the free throw line. She's got 9. Xavier's hovered right around that 50% shooting mark on the night on 77 attempts, which is incredibly impressive. Fawcett hits both. She does have 10 as she joins the double-digit club. 102-62, three-pointer, no good from Josie Condon with 20 seconds left. And a travel will give it back to Briar Cliff. Keegan Held, top of the key for BC. Held, bounce pass into the corner. Hagberg up top for Lowell. Lowell thought about a 3, looked to drive, stolen by Fawcett. Fawcett will slow it up and dribble it out as St. Xavier's Cougars with an impressive win here at the Newman Flanagan Center. Final score, Cougars 102. Briar Cliff 62, your final score. Chargers record evens off at 1-1. St. Xavier gets a nice victory here tonight. And again, they'll play Morningside tomorrow. Briar Cliff will take on Olivet Nazarene, but some stats before we step aside and say goodnight. So we'll run them down for you. Just want to make sure we get them all right and add it up correctly so we can give everybody the credit that they deserve. A very consistent game for St. Xavier, shooting 49% on 38 of 77, 13 of 42 beyond the arc, 13 of 18 at the free throw line. Briar Cliff shot 20 of 66 for 30%, 6 of 29 from beyond the arc, and 16 of 25 at the free throw line. Rebounding advantage to the Cougars, 51 to 40. 7 assists, 25 turnovers for Briar Cliff. 29 assists, 17 turnovers for St. Xavier, so they finish plus 12 there. Bench scoring, 38-35 for St. Xavier. Points in the paint, 38-28 for the Cougars. Second chance points, 11-9 for St. Xavier, and points off of turnover, 23-11. So your individual scoring for the Cougars, they were led by Maddie Welter with 26 points. She just had a fantastic evening. Double-digit scores include McKenna Zobel with 14. They got 10 from Mia Fawcett. Chanel Fanter had 10. Meg Knutson had 9. They got 4 from Sydney Lovich, 4 from Brianna Flater, and 2 from Cora Grafeo. For Briar Cliff, they were led by Connor Sudman's 12 points. Keegan Held finished with 9. They got 9 from Madeline Deichler. Taylor Lamprecht with 7. 6 from Melissa Carley. 4 from Abby Lowell. They got 3 from Josie Condon, 3 from Jaden Businger, 3 from Bryceland Comstock, 2 each from Kalina Asbill, Peyton Slaughter, and Sarah Dreckman. So tomorrow here on the Charger Sports Network, we'll be back at the Newman Flanagan Center as we'll have Briar Cliff and Olivet Nazarene. We'll have Morningside and St. Xavier, 1 and 3 o'clock with the tip-offs there. We'll have a 1 o'clock kickoff for you from Memorial Field. It'll be 5th-ranked Northwestern and the Briar Cliff Chargers. The men's and women's soccer team over at Morningside. Men's basketball team down in Bellevue. The Bruin Classic down there taking on Nebraska Christian College tomorrow after the men were 81-76 winners over the Bellevue Bruins. So thank you for joining us here tonight throughout the evening on the Charger Sports Network at bcuchargers.com. Justin Barker saying goodnight from the Newman Flanagan Center. Game 1. It was Morningside College 101-86 over Olivet Nazarene. Game 2, Briar Cliff falls to St. Xavier 102-62. Good night, everybody, from the Newman Flanagan Center in Sioux City, Iowa.